So, what am I doing stood outside on a cold January afternoon? Who knows? Well, hello. We're just outside today on a very cold January afternoon, looking at the house a little bit, because it's probably one of the last times we'll be able to see it without anything on the roof, because we're getting solar installed. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon in January, and as you can see, this behind me here is absolutely in full sun. If I turned the camera the other way, it wouldn't actually work. And on that aspect of the house, we're going to be having 5 solar panels kind of running along there. There's going to be more, of course, and they are going along this aspect here. Goes backwards behind me, and we'll get 9 panels on there, which should give us, I think, 14 panels in total. But when we go and do the next bit, I'll talk you through the installation a bit more as to what else is going to be happening. So to supplement the solar panels, we're also going to be having a 13 kilowatt battery put in as well. And that's going to go sort of just here on the back end of the house, wired into the mains where the boxes and all that are there. So that 13 kilowatts of battery power actually exceeds what we would normally use in a day, and we're able then to charge the battery up from either the solar on the roof or use the cheap overnight rate electric. And then during the day, when there is solar, we can run the house off the solar. If there's not enough solar, we can run it off a combination of solar and battery. And if there's no solar, we can just run it off the battery, discharge the battery during the course of the day, and charge it up overnight on the cheap overnight electric. Well, the solar guys came yesterday and cracked on and did quite a lot. So let's just have a quick look and see what they've done. So you can see here, we've got the power wall has been installed nicely down the side of the house with its safety cutout button. And all the cabling's coming down off of the roof, ready to go onto the gateway for the power wall, which I think is going in this sort of area. As you can see up here on the roof, and the same on the other roof over there, but we've got the roof rails put on with the special brackets for putting the solar panels on, and the solar panel optimizers are also fitted. So really what that means is all that's to do really is to clip the panels on the outside and run the wiring, put the gateway 2 on and get it commissioned. So I wonder when that's going to go. It's scheduled for today, which is Friday, but at the moment we don't have any solar panels, which is quite interesting because I thought they might have been delivered yesterday. Anyway, we'll see what today brings. We've got the more difficult parts done, so all is well. And upstairs in the house, just behind me over, where is it? There, you can see the solar edge inverter, which sits between the solar panels and the battery, and it transforms the current into something we can use, and it kind of talks to everything. I don't fully understand what it does, but it's a very neat job. There's a bit of debris on the floor, but to be fair to the guy who did the installation, he did ask if he could borrow the Hoover, but we said no, we'll clear it up. So that's really is down to us, but to me it looks a super neat job. Sort of plumbed into the internet there, safety cut out there, and you know, what's not to like? It's in an area of the house that we don't really use. It's kind of a storage area, so we can just put the storage back in. Just to add that the wiring for the inverter that goes to the panels all runs behind this wall in a little void. So you just got a small piece just there where the wires come out of this corner, running the other side of that wall under the roof, all inside. So it is a really nice job. And lo and behold, Friday, and all of the solar panels have arrived. Yeah. Super neat. There's 14 there in that stack. Very thin, very pleased. Just need the guy to come and put them on now. Well, it's now Monday, and we're sort of mid installation. I think the guys are going to come back tomorrow, but in the meantime I have run into a couple of problems. One of the problems I've had is with registering the Powerwall, because I'm being told it's already been registered. So I've got to get hold of Tesla on that one, because it says get hold of Tesla if there's a problem there. Now, whether that's because Johnny, who I'll be honest with you is a super guy, done a really good job for us, but he hadn't actually had to commission a Powerwall before. So whether there's been an error there, I don't know. But there is a more important and fundamental issue really, which you can see in the pictures here. And that's this cabling going over the roof. I mean, that just looks hideous. So bearing in mind how neat the inverter's been put in, as you can see here, I don't understand why this cable can't run in this void, sort of around the back of the where the inverter is, and just come out the side of the house. It's where everything else goes. So I've raised that with a guy called Richard Sloan, who is the architect and designer of the system, just to see, is there a regulatory reason why this cable has to run over the roof, or if it doesn't, why can't it go behind the void? I've also asked him the question, if this was your house, would you accept it? Because quite honestly at the moment, I'm not minded to. Clearly, if there's a regulatory reason why it has to be done that way, well, fine, so be it. That's just one of those things. I don't like it, it looks bloody awful. But, you know, I'm not a fan of the look of solar panels anyway, so such is life. But if it can be hidden away, bearing in mind the super neat job everyone else has done, it just looks a bit amateur hour, so the guys are going to have to sort that out too. Anyway, let's see what today brings. I don't think the guys are coming today. I think they're scheduled to come back tomorrow. Okay, so it's only about 3/4 of an hour later from when I did this last little section of video, and I've had a response from the team at Egg, who basically sorted out the Powerwall for me. There'd been a mistyping of one character in the email address, which was meant to be my email address, that they used to set the thing up, but they've managed to correct that now, and we are now connected to the Powerwall. Currently, the house is running from the Powerwall, and yeah, that feels good when you see energy coming in from the grid. Zero. We just need the solar panels on the roof next, and then all will be great. I've also, to be fair to Egg, heard back from the system architect and designer saying, yeah, he's on it, and he'll get back to me. So, you know, very responsive. So it's not so much that things can go wrong, it's how people react when they do. And so far, very positive. Hopefully it's not misplaced. So following on from the earlier bit when I was moaning about the cable routing, I've taken it up with Egg, and they've got back to me and have said that they're taking it up with the installers, and he said, but just to confirm, the cable will not be routed over the wall. I think he was pretty unimpressed with it, especially as I'd asked him if he'd have it on his own house. I think we all know the answer to that one. Okay, well, today is Tuesday. Yesterday afternoon we were visited by an electrician and a guy from Egg, actually the guy who designed the system, and they both agreed that the cable going over the roof was completely unsatisfactory, and in fact it will now be routed kind of behind this wall there, same as everything else for the electrics going over to the far side of the building where the Powerwall and battery are. So that's really good. The only slight downside is that a roofer has to be involved, as well as an electrician, and unfortunately they're not available today, Tuesday. There was a potential plan that they might be able to get here this afternoon, but the roofer is actually working over in the Lake District, and it depended what time he finished there whether he could get here, but he can't, so that's fine. The outcome is that they're going to come tomorrow afternoon, and they should be able to fit the solar panels and reroute the cable in all at the same time, so we should be up and running by this time tomorrow. Oh, but sorry, this time it's about lunchtime, but by close of play tomorrow. The other thing they did yesterday when they came is they looked at the solar panels and they numbered them all sequentially so that they can put them up in the right order. I actually don't understand that thing at all, that bit at all. Anyway, there you go. Although we haven't got the solar panels up, we do have the battery fully operational, and I'm really impressed with that so far. I mean, yesterday we ran mostly from when the battery came online at about, say, 11 o'clock in the morning, right through the rest of the day. We actually ran solely on the battery. The only time we've used the mains power since 11 o'clock yesterday was actually for a period during the cheap rate where the battery charged itself up again, so that it can be fully charged ready for today. So the solar part of it would only have actually helped top the battery up, probably, and maybe about the house, I don't know. But the thing is, we are actually already being able to take advantage of the setup by running the house off the battery, effectively only paying 7.5p a kilowatt against 38p. So. It's now Thursday today, and as of last night all the work was done and the solar panels are all on the roof, and cable gate has been rectified, and I'll show you that in a second. But overall we are, really happy with what's happened so far. I mean, unbelievably, it's not a particularly sunny day here today, bearing in mind it's the 26th of January. Sort of, as I say, not really sunny, and we're currently producing 0.7 of a kilowatt. The house is using about 0.3, so the balance is actually recharging the battery. I mean, unbelievable. I'm well happy with it. But anyway, I'll spin round a bit and I'll show you the roof again, bearing in mind what it looked like before. So we've now got the roof. This is the back edge of the panels. It optimizes behind it, and just down here was where the cable was going up and over, but as you can see, that's now completely gone and is in fact behind this low wall here. It runs across there, behind there, and out to the other side of the house where everything else lives. There we go, looking at the outside. These are the solar panels there, not at all intrusive, much nicer looking than I thought they would be. Can't quite see from here where the cable isn't going, but we'll see if we can get a shot of that again. Yeah, this is the bit of roof over there that the cable was going over. But as I said a couple of minutes ago, it's not a particularly sunny day, and we're producing this 7 odd kilowatts of 0.7 kilowatts of power. So overall, really happy. Of course the bill's got to come in at some point. It's not going to be quite so clever, but there you go. As you can see, cable gate resolved. It's now sunny, much sunnier. And it's actually generating 2.7 kilowatts at the moment, which is pretty good. I mean, it is sunny now, so that's good though. Well, I think we'll wrap that one up here. So there you have it, a quick vlog of the installation of the solar system and battery at our house. So that's 14 Trina panels, solar panels, 1 Tesla Powerwall and gateway, and a solar edge inverter, Panels have got optimizers fitted as well. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please feel free to subscribe. Any comments, stick them in the comments below. The whole installation was done by a company called Egg. I've no affiliation with Egg other than that as a happy customer. But yeah, I'll include a link to Egg in the description below, just in case you fancy getting them in for a quote or even doing the job. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you in a future episode of Wolfie's Wheels. Bye.